Good evening, guys. Mark Welsh Piper, a little bit of a waffle. Gonna have a cigar tonight. I'm gonna have a cigar which I've had for a long time in my Tupperware, but I've not smoked or had before. It's a CAO Sparkplug. It's called the 450 because it's 4.5 by 50 ring gauge. Now, from what I believe, this is a new size, the 4.5 by 50. It used to be, I don't know what the other sizes were previously, but doing a bit of homework, apparently this is one of the newer sizes. I don't know how long ago. Must be a while, because I've had this cigar at least 4 years, so it's got to be at least that long. As you know, CAO make cigars. They also make pipe tobacco. As we know, they do a lot of flavoured aromatic tobaccos. So this is the CAO Sparkplug, and it's got an unusual, not seen this before, a pigtail on the foot. Now, some people say that's the cap, but if you look at the band, the band's that way down with the spark plug. So the cap's normally at the top of a cigar, as far as I'm aware. Unless some makers do put a cap on the way down. I don't know. As far as I'm aware, the cap's always been at the top of the cigar. There's a cigar. That's the spark plug there. It's called the flathead, CAO flathead. It's a box pressed, and it's got a pigtail on the foot, on the closed foot. I'm going to use a punch. And the first time, I've been promising myself a punch for a while. It's a cheap one, It's got a thing to push the on this one. It's got a hole all the way through, so you can push out the cap when you cut it. So you can see it's a box press. It's the American broadleaf wrapper, Maduro coloured. I'm just going to push this in. Right. Didn't need the. It's not quite. I haven't quite got a central, but it's no big deal. I'll just push that through. Get rid of the little. I'm not sure it's about an 8 or 9 mil. That cut. I know they do various sizes, but I don't know what's the best. Like I said, it's only a cheap one, and it's the first time. I've always wanted to try a punch cut on the cigar, but never got down to it. It's got a good open jaw. Ooh. Pretty light jaw. Cocoa, chocolate, whatever you want to call it. Let's light this up. Because it's a closed foot, you normally smoke it from without faffing around doing all this and all that. You smoke it from the start, as you light, so you get you're going to taste. The wrapper's going to taste love. The binder is, let me see, I think it's a Nicaraguan binder. Sorry, Nicaraguan filler, and the binder is a. Oh my god, I forgot what it is. Forgot what the binder is. It's a broadleaf wrapper. You see, very oily, very brown, very robust. So let's give it a go. Let's just see the pigtail burning off there. Just make sure I've got it. Got that nicely started off. Anyway guys, work's been busy, so I've not been on for a bit. You normally do 4 on 4 off. I just think I'm getting to the age where I'm starting to feeling a bit more in the old bones. You know, I'm feeling a lot more tired than what we did when we were younger. Supposed to be a medium strength cigar, this I believe. They're between $7 and $9. I don't even know if you can get them in the UK. As most of you all know, CAO done these cigars in a series. What else did they do? They done a, depending on the size, I think this is the smallest one they do, the Sparkplug, and you've got the carburetor, named after car parts obviously. You got the massive big block, which is a V770 I believe. So 7x70 I presume. Then you got a carburetor, you got, and there's something else as well. I don't know exactly how many different versions they do, and it's not a company I've really looked up on about, and not looked. No, I'm not dived into any the background and nothing, so I know very little. Like I said, this is one of the first, when I started smoking and set up my channel, one of the first cigars I got in a bunch from Privda cigar company, and I got a load of, back then this was like a limited edition of I think it was, I could be wrong, or it's just one I fancied and I wanted to try. Not limited now of course, but I could have been wrong with that statement, but I bought a lot of cigars from Privda because they were limited editions. Like I said, I've had this for about 3 or 4 years. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 4 years. And it's just sat in the top of the door. I think that it's time to crack some of these ones that I bought, you know, back a few years ago. Time to crack a few of them open and try a few of them. Like I said, work's been busy. Overtime's virtually stopped now because of, not that I was getting much anyway, virtually didn't get any. Because it's a sort of a seasonal, because of where I work, the distribution centre where I work, for it's what we call JD Group over here, which is like a sports brand. You know, they do, we got about 6 brands sort of under one umbrella as it was. So it's JD Group, so you got JD Sports, you got Millets in Black, you know, some fishing, extreme fishing, or some other names. There's about 6 names under one umbrella, or JD Group. And obviously we're the main distribution for them. So we get a lot, you name it, camping stuff, you know, fishing, horse, equine stuff, you know, we do all that sort of stuff. I think now we started to come to the end of the camping stuff, and I've never seen so much fishing stuff in my life. And you know, back in the day when I was a lad, you never had anything like you had now for hobbies, full stop, you know. And the prices of things, gee, absolutely crazy. You know, we got fish food that smells of beer. They got corn, sweet corn, you know, from corn on the cob. They flavoured it with something, and it's orange. The fishermen these days, if you're into your hobby, God, it's going to be just as expensive as our hobby, our smoking hobby. First few puffs I'm getting off this earthy, like I said, cocoa, chocolate, whatever you want to call it. Not bad on the retrohale. You do feel it slightly in the nostrils. It's not it's a little tickle in the nostrils, I should say. And getting a slight pepper on the end of that, you know, slight pepper taste, which is not. I don't like cigars with pepper. At the moment, it's not a heavy pepper. It's a very light, sitting in the background sort of pepper taste for me, anyway. Yeah, it's like I said, work's busy. It's slow. Well, I'm not saying it's slowing down, but it's gone a bit quieter. We're not, you know, we're not required for overtime to get orders out now as much as we did. Because obviously, summer's over now. We're coming into autumn. We already started getting the bad weather over there in the UK. Been raining all day, been miserable and wet. But apparently, we've got another heat wave coming in the second week of September. So we're going to hit, you know, well, for us anyway, high 20s, you know, which is warm for us, and you know, nothing to you guys in the across the pond there, but well, you're used to the hot weather, aren't you? So it doesn't bother you. What we call hot, you think, oh, just a nice mild day for you guys, you know. But I understand that. But yeah, it's been wet and miserable today. I've got a wedding to go to tomorrow. A friend contacted me, an old friend of mine I used to work with, contacted me early in the week, asked me to go to, would I be interested in going? You know, give him a bit of moral support and all that and whatever. Whether that was the last one on his list, I don't know. We haven't been in touch for a while, but we do face cloth and all that, you know. Message each other now and again on that, but I've got nothing on, so I thought, why not? Let's go and have it's an African wedding, so it's quite a bit different to a UK wedding. It's, you know, what we call a typical UK wedding, I should say. I bought myself because it's African, I thought, well, I bought myself a shirt, you know, just to show a bit of respect and all that. And it's an African shirt. It's called a Dasaki, I think it is. Dashaki. Dashaki, I think it's called. D-A-S-H. Dashaki. A-K-I. Something like that. I can't remember. It's like a very colourful African shirt, basically, you know. It can be sort of semi... it's not formal, because they said, you know, they want, it's not done like that. But it's still smart. It's smart, well, smart casual, let's put it that way. So I said, what do you want me to, you know, what should I wear with it? I was kind of looking for one of these African suits, or, you know, excuse me. And it's more like Indian, you know, where you get a long tunic sort of thing, long sleeve like shirt, and it comes over the, say about halfway, maybe not quite halfway down your thighs, but, you know, covers the old gonads, you know, a little bit lower down than that. Then some lightweight trousers, you know, with some shoes of sorts. So I was looking into that with the nice. I thought one had nice like blue and white. It was white, no, like a tracksuit basically, but it's obviously less tunic or whatever they call them. I don't know what they call them, but that's supposed to be more formal. I thought, oh, that'd be nice, but I can't get it in my size, unfortunately. Not in time for Sunday. Just touching up this cigar, because I don't think I got quite with that pigtail. You got caught one end, you know, didn't catch one side. But yeah, so that's what's been happening. So I'm looking forward to that, and I think it's at I'm sure you may say it's at his partner's father's family home. The wedding's at the home rather than the church. So it'll be interesting to see how another culture does it. I'll tell you what, it's a smoky cigar, guys, isn't it? Habano binder is what it is. Habano wrapper binder. Or Habano seed. Don't quote me on that, guys. Just sometimes these things come back to me, you know. Like I said, it's a medium strength cigar. I think this take me about 40 minutes, maybe longer. Could be an hour cigar, even though it's 4.5 inches. This box press, because I said I'm not a big, heavy. No, I'm not a big. No, I'm not a quick smoker. You know. Like I said, I'm sitting here in my shed now. It's mild out. It's gone very. Like I said, it's damp. It's not cold, but I still wear the old smoking jacket. I hope the sound's coming through, guys, because going through okay. Because I've got a new mic setup. So I hope it's actually got it. I got it on a magnet. Just slide you down a bit and show you. So I've got two of these things here like this. It comes like that, you know, little magnet base. There's a magnet on the base there, and then the charging points. Then you got a couple of buttons on it, obviously for pairing it up and whatever. And obviously idiot lights tell you whether it's charging, whether it's Bluetooth connected, and then you got background noise reduction, suppression, whatever they call it. But with the other mics I had to keep chopping them, or I think I damaged one on them. I had a chair on it or something on it, so I damaged one of them. So that was the mic bit, but obviously the as you know, the plugs into your phone. So yeah, the receiver's no good without the mic, is it, guys? I decided to let the beard grow again, guys. I still can't decide whether I prefer with or without a beard, even at my age now. Yeah, it's still, you see, got my old colour in it, and my mature colour, as I call it. I don't like saying grey. Silver, I don't mind. Grey, I hate the word grey when talking about old, or just makes you feel like a fossil. One thing, I don't like to call myself old either, you know, even at 63. I just can't get my head around that, you know. Oh, you're old now and all that. You're an old man now. I don't want people telling me I'm an old man. I don't need that. Like, I don't know that already. I was watching Piper Dave with his chat yesterday. It might have been a couple of days old on his way home, and then a lot of you guys would have seen it where they've done the where the guy's been doing some work on his house, and they've done the damage. You know, treated the damaged wood from the sun. But it looks great, but to me that natural beauty of the wood has gone. I don't know if you guys agree. And natural beauty of the wood's gone, from my opinion. And the coating or treatment, I don't know, guys, what's your opinion on this? I think it makes the wood look plastic. No offence, Dave, you know, that's just my opinion. It just, before it, also it needed doing, yeah, obviously it's going to stop damage, and you know, especially with bad weather coming, if you got, when you get your bad weather and all that, it's going to stop that, you know, stop the ingress of all that. I understand that, but just that brown, that dark brown, that brown staining or whatever preservative the guys used, to me, it just makes the wood look like plastic, unfortunately. But that's just my opinion. You know, no offence meant by it. It's still a beautiful home. Like I said, always great to see the dogs playing and enjoying themselves. Yeah, so I sort of put in a comment on Dave's video. I apologise because I hardly ever comment on his videos anymore. It's just life, it's just busy, you know. It's not really an excuse, but like I said, I always watch Jim. I mean, 9 times out of 10 now I'll give a thumbs up. You know, I just don't have time to comment on as many videos as I'd like to, because there's so many channels, and you guys know every week there's a new channel coming out. There's some, you know, might be someone new and interesting. It could be new and boring, you know, some of them, but you got to check them out and see what they're like, innit? See whether they float your boat or not. Well, you got Dwight, the knife pipe smoking knife maker. Has now got a new channel out, hasn't he? If you don't already know, guys. No, I said he's had it a while now, so I think you're all aware of that. So it's nice to see Simon done a live the other day. I think it's caught in the middle of a little bit of it, but I don't think there was anybody on. Because I don't think there's anybody talking to him like they normally do. But he hasn't done a live for a while. So I think it might take people a bit of time to get back into watching him do a live. So it's been a while since he's done a live. I enjoy Simon's live videos, as well as his morning chats. So we need to do some more, Simon. Come on, let's get these, you know, let's get some of these, because you must enjoy, I'm sure you've done them all the time. Once, you know, last year, how many did you do last year? You must have done every pipe you made last year. I think you've done a video on. So I'll certainly enjoy it anyway. So I've not been buying any tobaccos or nothing. I want to get some cigars in, like I said. But it's always that, isn't it, guys? It's always that, you know. Still no luck on the housing front, as I've told you before. You know, due to me poor credit rating and all that, it's causing issues. So I've got to get that bumped up yet, and get that into in a place where landlords aren't seeing it as a negative. There's a few people who've done videos on this saying the burners and brilliant on this, but like I said, I got the doors open as well. That might have been from when the start. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, you know. It's not drastically, you know, perfect. But it's nowhere near perfect burn line, but it's not canoeing or anything like that, you know. I mean, I've struggled with cigars this year, you know, trying to keep them at a good temperature, you know, within the house, especially with the warm weather. Like I said, as you know, I have Tupperdoors. So I've had the Dyson air purifier thing on. You know, the one I spent 600 quid on. But I think next year I'm going to get a Dyson. I'll get the one that does heat and cools. I think that might come in handy. I think they're around about the same price nowadays. I changed the filters in this one a couple of times, you know, the inner, because they come in like, you have two big filters on the Dyson, like the charcoal filters, and then you have a little filter inside, which I think is where the water which is treated comes up and keeps all the air clean and nice and all that. I've done that one twice, I think. I was getting a fault on it on the system, you know, on the comes up as it's got an LCD, you know, display. It's kind of was a fault with the showing the inner filter had a fault, and it'll go for about 10 minutes and cut off. And then I found a video on the old YouTube showing you how to do like a factory reset for the system. Been great since. Yeah, apparently if you have got one and you don't know how to do a factory reset on your Dyson, on this is the air systems, not your Hoovers or anything. Why would you want to do a factory reset on a Hoover? I don't know, but you know, just in case people wasn't wondering what the hell I'm talking about. The air purifiers, you know, just press the button on your machine and the power button together, and it'll come up that it's it comes up like on the LCD screen, and it comes up as doing a reset. I think it takes about 20 seconds, something like that, and it's been great since, no problems. It's been a great machine, well worth the money. So as I said, change of seasons. Obviously CJ had to, there's going to be no crack that crap over Monday because of the weather. He was expecting rain and all that, and weather. And obviously his cars, he had problems with his car as well, hasn't he, with his brakes. So I had to do a fudge job on it to get it sorted a little bit. And so he can't get it done till, you know, this week sometime, I think he said. I think it's Wednesday, I think he said. So we can get the brakes sorted out on that. I think they've done a redneck repair or bodge job on it, just so we can drive the bloody thing to the service station, whatever they call them over there, garages, whatever you call them over there in America. But I'm lucky, I'm still capable, I can do my own brakes and stuff. Excuse me, a little bit of wind, apologise guys. Sorry guys, smoke's getting to me a little bit. Yeah, so not much happening, like I said, not much to talk about. I don't want to waffle just for the sake of waffling, which is what I'm doing now, innit, really. Like I said, I've not bought any tobaccos or pipes or anything, so as you know, my last pipe I got was this Levon Sikian. Lovely pipe. So it's got the salmon and black ebonite, or I think it's ebonite, and it's Simon. What Simon been using a lot on his pipes lately. It's got Levon's big band there, big wide band, which I do like. Got his signature there, and then the Egyptian, the hieroglyphics there. Now look at that, I don't know if you noticed that, guys. See that? I don't know if it'll focus or not. There, can you see that? Now that reminds me of a TV series called Simon Templar, Saint. How weird's that? How things are weird, you come up with things. I don't know if it's going to focus. Let me just see if I can get this to... I don't know if you can see that, guys. That little stick man there. You see that? Reminds me of the TV series, yeah, Simon Templar. Don't think he ever smoked a pipe though. Anyway, the things that gives you, brings back memories to little things like, you know, weird, innit? So there's not much happening, guys, so I'm going to wish you all a happy weekend. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. There's a lot of people out there who are not well at the moment, or there's things happening. As you know, it's been a lot of people have suffered loss of family and friends, and my heart goes out to you. Prayers and thoughts to you all. If you're up to date on the if you get that email what Nathan set up, where we get posts. I know a lot of Carolina Rose. Thanks, Carolina Rose. Without you, I think we'd be lost, because obviously you've been, you know, putting out all the posts out there, what's going on, keeping everyone informed. So thank you for that, much appreciated. And as I said, prayers and thoughts going out to everybody who has suffered the last few weeks. I'm going to say, look at that, nearly half an hour now, and I've had about an inch. So it could be a 2 hour smoke for me, this cigar. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I don't know whether I'll be getting any more of them. I want to try the new My Father cigars with My Father Blue, I think it's called. I think it's a little bit different from what they've done in the past. As you know, I watch Halt Cigars, and I also, you know, Maz and Foch from Halt Cigars, and I also watch Tim from Cigars Daily. That's my two go-to cigar channels at the moment. I like what they do. That's about it, guys. So I'm going to love you and leave you. As always, thanks for joining me. Much appreciated. Always is. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your thumbs up. And more than anything, thank you for your time. Especially if you, I know a lot of you don't bother, but some of you, there's a couple of you that do watch the full video, and I appreciate that. And especially where time is at the moment. As I said at the start of the video, it's life, and so many channels out there. It's hard to keep up with them all. Especially, you know, as you know score, guys. Right, guys, I'm not telling you how to suck eggs and all that. You know the score. So I wish you all well. Take care. Have a great weekend, the rest of it, and I'll see you on the next Welshy's Waffle. All the best, guys. Sweet smokes.